Welcome back to part 3 of Module 1, and that is we're going to talk about the cost of avoiding difficult conversations. Some of them are very obvious and some are not. The first one I want to talk about is how about the cost to you? Some examples would be lost sleep, depression, anger, fear. They deprive your right to have a good life because you're just dwelling on this issue. Definitely impacts your health, as an example. Number 2, erodes employee morale and productivity. Absolutely. They know that there's kind of an elephant in the room, but you're not handling it. Absolutely. How about the longer you wait, the more complicated and distracting the issue becomes? It just won't go away. Fourth, how about you wait too long? Next thing you know, there's a possible lawsuit or the Department of Labor gets involved. It's interesting. He did a study of a group, and they were talking about this whole cost of avoidance, and 35% of the people surveyed said the delay cost their employer between $100 and $1,000. 19% put that cost at between $1,000 and $5,000, and 8% set the price between $5,000 and $10,000, and that is per incident that was avoided. So you can see up there right away, there's a monetary cost to pay right off the bat. And it was interesting. There was a study done. The prospect of having an uncomfortable conversation was the study. And it was interesting. Only 15% of those studied said they had no problem dealing with the problem immediately. Only 15%. Now, this is what the other 85% said. 61% said they contemplated about the issue but did nothing. Next, 41% said they complained to coworkers about it. 34% said they felt angry. 32% said they did extra or unnecessary work to avoid dealing with the issue. 29% said they avoided the person altogether. 24% said they talked around the topic but didn't openly discuss it head on. 20% said they felt sorry for themselves. And finally, another 20% said they dropped hints to the individual involved. None of these very good, obviously. And here's the point I want to make. If you don't have that conversation now, you could, first, mislead the employee by giving that employee the impression there is no problem at all, which is not true. Second, you could deny the employee the chance to improve or put things right, which I think every employee deserves the right to do. Third, damage productivity and effectiveness of your department or your business. And last, lower the morale among team members. Now, I think that's a list in itself. Okay, so but what's in it for you? Okay, and I think that's a big thing. The key is to learn how to handle them in such a way that produces a better outcome, which we're going to show you, less pain for you, which is definitely going to come true, and third, how about less pain for the person you're talking to? Absolutely. And so, but here's the point: how do we make these conversations more bearable? I've got 8 ways. Number 1, how about having a quiet word at the first sign something's wrong? Second, how about keeping in touch with your staff and team better? Absolutely. Third, how about using employee representatives as sounding boards for how staff are feeling about specific issues? Absolutely. 4, how about changing your assumptions and your behavior? I think I used to go in with way too many assumptions. I knew everything and that my way was the right way, etc. And those ended up blowing up. So I could certainly make an improvement there. Assume that that we don't know the whole truth, that the other person could give us significant information. Absolutely. The other person has some great information there, but I'm not. I think I know everything already, so I don't inquire. I don't engage the other person. Absolutely. If I had this attitude, I might learn something. Wow, big deal. How about number 6? Explore his or her reasoning to try to understand why he or she thinks what he or she thinks. Absolutely. Number 7. How about help him or her understand why you think the way you think? Okay, kind of a win-win. So both parties understand where each other are coming from. And then once we understand each other, how about, I think we can really negotiate our differences and work for win-win solutions. Because if we are not able to do those things, if we don't understand where each other's coming from, how can we bridge those differences and move on? So you've basically finished Module 1. In the next video, I'm going to give you an activity, so be prepared to take out the form that I gave with you along with this program. Congratulations. Let's go to the activity.